Well, thank you, Trustee Westwell, and to my colleagues. I actually believe that this is definitely the district of the people, and we represent you as the people. And in fact, I am a parent of a child in the Ocean View School District. I'm a parent of a child that just graduated high school and went through OVSD. OVSD is not in dire financial straits. We are in the black. Okay. And we are not in deep, whatever he said. I'm not going to use that term. That is not true. Well, I will agree with him on one thing. I do not believe that we should be closing schools. I believe that we can change our priorities. I want to read to you something interesting that I received from a person who wrote to me named Melissa Overton. She said, when Glenview, Larkview, Pleasant View, and Sunview were closed in the 80s and then in the 2000s, their student numbers were at 211, 179, 197, and 170. I believe those were all K to 6 schools. Contrast that with this 2022-23 enrollment numbers for Village, Golden, and Circle, which are 361, 350, and 617. I say that because it's about priority shift. If the board decides that we'd like to run small schools, we most certainly can. We can. If the board decides that that's not the way to go, then that's not the way to go. And I do want to correct several of my colleagues in saying that we should have taken care of this years ago. Let me tell you that we had a 7-Eleven committee in 2015. I served as the president of the board that year. I convened that 7-Eleven committee. And that 7-Eleven committee came back with information saying that they did not want to sell any property of any school at the time. What they wanted to do was sell the ground under our Walmart and Lowe's, which are our biggest income generators. So when they brought that report back to the board, we summarily rejected it. We did not want to sell those properties, but it's never been said, and that's 2015. We're in 2023. Okay, that's 8 years ago. So the board at that time didn't have the will to sell property. We did not. I still don't have the will to sell property. I think ground leasing is the way to go. It brings in continued revenue and it keeps land on the public rolls, your land, the public's land, and it can serve the purpose of bringing in more revenue to our district. I think we have to look at this in a more holistic way. We have to talk about what are our shared values, and we have to make decisions, I think, with the input of all, including our employee groups. So